I'm gonna fucking die here, Jack!
All right, boys. You're watching Fugitive Red Eye, and welcome back to movies you probably never fucking heard of. Been a few years since the last episode, actually. The last one we did was of that movie Inside, and that was the first one I did with Corbin. This time we're doing it with the Discord server, and this is probably also the most well-known movie we've done in this series, because that's kind of the gimmick of the series, is they're not supposed to be known. But this one I think qualifies enough. Nostalgia Critic did do a video on it, I think Horizons was saying, so I think that does...
No, Good Bad Flicks did.
Oh, Good Bad Flicks did, and it's not Nostalgia Critic. I thought you said Nostalgia Critic did. Okay, Good Bad Flicks did, okay. Interestingly, so the movie we're watching, as the title of this video implies, is Nothing But Trouble. And we just finished watching it, and it's basically, it's a movie about this couple that gets arrested in this town, and then ends up with basically like a much wackier version of like a Texas Chainsaw Massacre type family. And you guys can chime in whenever you want, by the way. That's just how this works. I don't understand why people hate this movie. That's...
Alright, bitch, I guess I'll chime in since you have nothing to say. Okay, so this movie basically plays off the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. People end up in a weird backwards town in the middle of nowhere. And, you know, they get roped into going into a house. Another movie that plays off, of course, that plays into it. But, they get roped into going into a house.
You got cut out there.
Oh, shit, my bad. House of a Thousand Corpses.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Same premise. And they get roped into going into a house, and they, you know, this is, like Fugitive said, it's a much lighter take on theme. So, you know, they... We're caught speeding. Of course, the main character, you know, decides to listen to the Italians in the back, tries to cop.
Who are actually not Brazilian,
Italian.
Yeah.
We're calling them Italian.
But basically, they're Italians, but a little Mexican or something. Anyways,
basically
so they
Italian,
get
but a little Mexican.
Street race. So they get into a street race, and then, you know, the cop that's chasing them is played by John Candy. And he has like these switches in his police cruiser that allow him to create a barricade, and so they get drove directly. They basically chased into the house,
the town,
the house basically. Of this main guy.
Yeah, and that's the thing that was cool, is all the little switches and buttons, and how the judge, who's played by Dan Aykroyd, who also wrote this movie,
and directed it.
Yeah, and directed it. The judge has like similar buttons on his piano that let him control shit.
Yeah, it's a Switch-heavy movie. It was probably sponsored by Radio Shack.
Yeah, it was possibly sponsored by NordVPN. Oh,
I don't know about that, Horizons. His joke made more sense.
Horizons?
Okay, yeah, your joke made more sense.
Fired Horizons.
Also, there was these big baby-looking motherfuckers called Bobo and Little Devil, and they kind of look like...
I don't know if they... Was it radiation or inbreeding? What the hell are those things?
I say radiation.
My guess was inbreeding.
Yeah,
they never explained them, but maybe it was radiation.
I just figured they were mutants.
Well, yeah, they were freaks. They were like, you know, if Sloth from the Goonies put on a shitload of weight, they look like that.
Yeah,
I think that's what it was just trying to be, was Goonies.
It was also kind of Goonies-like, because the family from Goonies is kind of similar in some ways. Like, Sloth's the only one that's really deformed, but...
Mm-hmm. But I mean, like, even like the slide they're on.
Yeah, like there's like a fucking like super fun happy slide that they trigger, so people can slide down through the trap door. And there's also this big grinder thing. There's this big like roller coaster called Mr. Bone Stripper that like executes people and like spits out their bones.
Oh wow!
Yeah, that was awesome.
I mean, one of the women in that movie almost got guillotined.
But yeah, they had this big fucking. Like fucking three-bladed guillotine type thing that they were gonna drop on her, and then it was like attached to some sort of farm equipment. Almost looked like.
Yeah, I think those are like a thing you put on a tractor.
Let's see. Dan Aykroyd apparently based this movie on a real encounter he had, and I wonder just how much of it is based on anything real, because this movie is pretty fucking crazy.
Yeah, this movie is really fucking crazy. Because he based this off a time he got caught speeding after he wrapped up filming an SNL episode. He was heading back into Canada and got caught speeding and had to deal with this kangaroo court, you know?
We're not in Australia.
Yeah.
But
But that's how good graphics describe the story, you know?
okay. Well,
I think that Aykroyd even said that they like made him eat with them like in the movie.
they made him eat with them.
Yeah, it was like a woman in real life, not a man.
That's funny. Yeah, like they have the people like that they take prisoner. They take the main cast prisoner. This family does, and then they're like making him eat dinner with them. Which again, there's multiple times that Chevy Chase could have just shut his fucking mouth and things would have gone a lot better for him.
Yeah.
Like early on, they would have probably let him go if he wasn't just being a disrespectful cunt and like smoking and swearing in court at the judge.
What's
Also-
weird is I honestly think Chevy Chase's character is the weirdest character. The way he reacts to everything.
Well, it's funny because he gets like peer pressured into speeding, and then continuing to run from the police, and then
He's a banker.
and then like the fucking Demi Moore's character's like, no, we should probably pull over now, and he's like, no, and so he just keeps driving like a maniac.
It's that fucking banker mentality. You know, I think that the antagonist of the main antagonist, I think he's actually secretly a good guy.
Yeah,
He
I mean,
hates
really,
banker.
all the people he's killing are like killing drug dealers and bankers.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
so
recurring
in the
thing is him
movie-
killing bankers. Yeah.
Yeah.
In the
This is
movie,
when-
there's like a group of, I don't even know what to call them. I'm just gonna say they're from New. There's a group of people from New Jersey that come through and they're doing drugs and they pulled over by John Candy, and one of them pulls a gun out on John Candy. He's a badass, so he pulls out like a Mac 11.
Yeah, John Candy
on that
does the
guy?
Uno reverse card, pulls out a bigger gun.
Yeah, exactly. He's
He's
like,
like,
oh, you think
no,
that's
please
a gun?
don't
No, this
kill
is
me.
a gun.
Yeah, exactly. You call that a gun? That's a gun.
Yeah, and this movie
Yeah,
also has
this is a
Tupac
gun.
in it.
And then, so they get taken to court, and Dan Aykroyd, as Dick knows, he's like, all right, so basically you're caught with a bunch of cocaine, drugs, guns, weapons, paraphernalia, etc., and I sentence you all to death. That's when we see, what was it, Mr. Bone Stripper?
Yeah.
That's the first time we see Mr. Bone
Yeah,
Stripper
that's when we get to see
in action.
Mr. Bones' Wild Ride.
Yeah. And they want off of it, but they're like, they're from New Jersey, so they can't get off.
Yes, they can't get off Mr. Bones' Wild Ride. Not gonna happen.
I admire the
Yeah.
I admire the judicial system of Vulcanvania.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the name of the town.
Vulcanvania is pretty solid. Yeah.
The set that was used for this movie is pretty fucking well made, I gotta say that.
Oh yeah, the roller coaster and
absolutely.
shit. Yeah,
Especially
Everything. I mean, the
yeah.
house.
This whole house was cool. Like there was like all sorts of secret passages, trap doors, and all sorts of crazy shit in there.
surprised. I wonder if that was the inspiration for Double Switch.
I don't know what that is.
It's an old game from a Sega CD from 1992.
Well, this came out in '91, so
Yeah.
One thing I was going to mention is I've never seen anybody coin this, but this kind of fits into what I would Americana fantasy. Like even to an extent, Texas Chainsaw Massacre is that. It's just like, what would happen if you went to the middle of fucking nowhere? But this has that. This is just like even the Goonies.
yeah, the Goonies.
It's
had
just
shit
like
too, yeah.
weird.
Or like Hills Have Eyes.
Yeah, well, yeah. So like, Lemony Snicket's series of unfortunate events, I would say, is European or British, kind of like that whimsical kind of shit.
Although I'm pretty
This
sure
is
it
like
takes
a very
place in the US,
American-
though. But yeah.
I'm sure it does,
Yeah,
but
you're
it
saying like
doesn't seem
stylistically,
American.
yeah, I get you.
Yeah, this is like very, very.
Yeah, I could see
No,
it.
there's something to that. There's something to that. I don't know what to coin this style, but it has that kind of.
I think it's already got a name, but I think it's like I don't know, like Gothic Americana kind of a lot of these movies.
Yeah, something like that. It's if it hasn't been named already, it should be. There's a lot of movies. I like them all, really. It's a cool.
Damn, you kind of a lot.
Yeah, he has been.
Yeah,
but-
hold up. What the
yeah.
fuck? What the fuck's going on over here?
Apparently, like, the movie was, like, inspired
Okay.
by things like, you know, Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein, Psycho, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I'm just looking at Wikipedia right now. Rocky Horror Picture Show, The Munsters, so I could see it.
For me, it feels like Vacation meets Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which is literally a concept I've always wanted to see.
Yeah. Well, and I can see with some of the style of humor in this movie why you really wanted to watch Mouse Hunt after you watched this.
Yeah.
And Mouse Hunt was great.
Well, and, you know, Mouse Hunt also was inspired by similar type characters like Abbott and Costello and shit like that, too, kind of.
Yeah.
That stuff's good, man. That's a good thing to base movies off of, for sure.
And Dan Aykroyd is awesome. He's fucking nuts, but he's great.
As always.
I like that this movie really is, though, just the same plot as Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh, also Tupac's
It's not
in this
entirely
movie.
the same plot.
Yeah, Tupac's in this movie, and then a bunch of other rappers are, too.
Yeah, nose guy. There's a guy who has a, like, Groucho Marx nose.
By
Which
the-
I think is funny. I think that's the reason why the judge lets him off. You know, he sees the nose. He has a penis nose that's removable, and he's like, "Oh shit, that guy's also got a nose. He's a nose guy." So I think there's like a nose guy connection, which is cool.
By the way, the Baldwin that was in this was Daniel Baldwin. I knew it was a Baldwin, I just didn't know which one.
Daniel Baldwin. Okay, so there's a Baldwin in the movie.
Yeah, he's one of the drug dealers who goes on Mr. Bones' wild ride.
Yeah, and he actually shot Dan
Gets killed.
Aykroyd twice.
Yeah,
Wait,
he
what?
shot
In
he
this
shot he
movie.
shot Dan Aykroyd twice, and then he got on his phone
Oh,
and
yeah.
bitched about how it was all Dan Aykroyd's fault.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
of course Dan Aykroyd just like pulled the bullets out himself and threw him on the ground.
Yeah, and then threatened him with a crystal skull.
Yeah.
And then he called his
Yeah,
daughter and
crystal skull that lights up.
Oh yeah, John Candy also plays like this fat granddaughter character, who is like is literally just John Candy in drag, and
Yeah.
she's a mute,
It's done for laughs.
and they're trying to
It's-
get her. They're trying to get her to like trying to get Chevy Chase to marry her.
Yeah, it's just like a fat freak.
Yeah, someone that would be on my 600-pound life today.
By the
you
way,
know?
apparently there's a song in this movie called "Bone Stripper."
Yeah, the song from the scene.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
"Bone Stripper!"
Yeah, I haven't heard that song before this movie, so there you go. I'm sure it was probably made for the movie, right?
I'm sure it was, yeah. But this movie has a good soundtrack. Let me look at my DVD copy. Let's check it out.
What are the other rappers that are in this besides Tupac, though? Because I know there was another one who's pretty well known.
Digital Underground.
Oh, okay.
That's the it's a rap group that Tupac was in before he became Tupac.
Gotcha.
So there's
Demi
probably some
Moore.
other famous rappers in it.
Yeah, Demi Moore was in this, but she had like a really like not appealing, like Nancy Reagan style haircut.
Yeah. Oh, the best scenes were her falling on her butt.
Yeah, she had nice tits as well. So basically, you have a little bit of eye candy with her. You know, it's pretty good.
Just cut her head off.
Yeah, there you go.
How about that?
The perfect woman.
Well, who said it? I didn't. So
What I was hoping would have happened in the movie is that when they're driving away at the end, if it just ended on Chevy Chase saying, "Man, that was nothing but trouble."
Yeah.
Hey, do you
I
see
like
the
way it
line in the
ended, though,
movie?
where he,
Yeah, the
where,
ending
like,
was
Looney
good.
Tunes jumped through the wall.
Yeah, he fucking just literally did a Bugs Bunny hop through the wall, leaving a Chevy Chase shaped hole.
Yeah, and the guy's like, because the guy in the news, fucking Dan Aykroyd's like, "See you soon, banker," and he just jumps through the wall and says, "No, you won't."
Yeah. Also, there's a big ass explosion, which somehow every single one of these fucking inbred, whatever they are, survived.
They're resilient.
Oh yeah,
They're resilient, man.
really the superior beings.
I would say so.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anything else you guys want to add, or should I wrap it up?
Wrap it up.
Read.
I've said what I wanted
All
to
right,
say.
well that's one vote for wrapping it up, but
Horizons. I've got your fucking name. I've got your fucking card, buddy. All right. Anyways, so I'm gonna read a few things off the back of the DVD.
Okay.
Apparently, Alvin Valkenheiser, you know, Dan Aykroyd, he's 106 years old.
Uh huh.
So that's hinted throughout many scenes. You know, he's talking about like fighting in World War I and things like that.
Right.
Which is really interesting because they live on top of a fucking abandoned coal mine.
Yeah.
Or coke mine. Sorry, it's a coke mine. Which is like coal, so basically the same shit. But I thought that was cool how he's fucking old as hell, and like there's a scene where he's pulling all of his limbs off to go to bed. I thought that was cool as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Putting his nose up, he has like a little stand for his nose. He pulls his fucking nose, which is a penis. He takes his leg off.
Yeah.
His hair, he doesn't have any hair, but like the wig that he has is balding, which is really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has like a bald guy wig.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's also a lot of bones in the movie, which is cool.
The dinner
Right,
scene
that's
was
all
pretty
you-
good
Yeah.
with like the weird looking hot dogs and the fucking train with
fuck, how can we
condiments.
forget?
Yeah.
The disgusting,
love-
like there's a gross sausage.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I love where he's got the train condiments, and he's like, I prefer mine with condiments. I suggest you have yours the same way.
Yeah, mix them up. He's like, hey, mix up all the condiments.
Yeah,
Of course,
I
they
don't know why
wanna
he
eat
was
it.
insistent, like he wanted them to use condiments so much.
Well, he was trying to
Well,
be
he
like he
likes
was
the
actually
train.
trying to be hospitable too, like legitimately. Like,
Yeah, like,
if
honestly,
Chevy
he
Chase
was
would have just
really
eaten the
cool guy.
fucking hot dog, he would have been fine.
That's all it would have taken. You know, if he would have ate the fucking hot dog, they would have been on their way.
And you see, that's how
But
people.
Chevy Chase is a dick.
That's how actresses get ahead in Hollywood too. Is they just eat the fucking hot dog, if you know what I mean, and then they're fine.
Yeah. Casting couch.
Yeah, they go to Valkenheiser's house, and if they just eat the fucking hot dog, they're fine. I agree.
It do be like that.
Same thing. They pop the train out, you know.
Then they run a train.
Well, yeah, they run the train full of condiments for the hot dog.
All right, is that all for everybody, or anyone else want to add?
I'm good.
We know you're good,
That's
Horizon.
what
I do like his walls were full of bones.
Yeah, that was cool.
the bones, man. I'm telling you, the bones. 10 out of 10 bones for sure. A lot of bones.
Yeah, I gotta say though, that movie, you know, that whole situation really did seem like nothing but trouble.